Hi children, what's up? How are you all finding the days? Good? Fine. So shall we go about poem 6 today? As already we have completed. Lesson number 6, My Childhood. That is all about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam we have already learned. So shall we push ourselves forward with another poem now? Yeah. So the poem is all about No Men Are Foreign, written by James Kirkup. Please look at the board. It's No Men Are Foreign, James Kirkup. And now I shall just show you one statement given by the great Socrates. I want every one of you to please take this down in your running notes, because this statement has something to do, very important, with the poem. I am a citizen not of Athens or Greece, but of the world, said Socrates once. So what could have made Socrates say so, and how far this has got some connection to our today's poem? Let's see. And before we start the poem, I just ask you a few general questions, children. Just try to brainstorm yourselves and answer to oneself, that is self-answering. Whenever you hear about any of the quarrel or the dispute or even the World War I or II, and even whenever you think about Pakistan occupied Kashmir, that is POK, daily as soon as you switch over to any of the TV channels or the radio, something or the other news you will always hear about POK or any of the things. Then what do you think that what could be the main reason behind having all these disputes or the quarrels or the wars between two countries or among many people around? What could be the reason? Maybe not having love and affection. Maybe the main cause is having hatred developed. That is unnecessarily developed hatred. Am I right? So that is the main cause, having a lot of discriminations, differences. When I was teaching you the lesson My Childhood, we have already learned that when APJ Abdul Kalam had his 3 close friends from different religion, that is Hindu Brahmin families, and they never had any kind of discriminations among themselves, and as a teacher, as a new teacher, tried to commit something wrong, he was punished. We all have learned, because that is the value of having no discriminations and no differences. So here in this poem, you will see that how wrong sometimes we are having the discriminations and differences. So all of you, without any further delay, please open your textbooks and also have your running notes along. And I believe all of you might have already taken down this statement of Socrates also. He says that I don't belong to one particular country, but I belong to the fraternity of human beings. That's what he means to say. He says that I belong to the whole world. I'm of yours. So let's go. So page number 80. Have you ever thought of some people as strange or other countries as foreign? We have many ways of thinking of other people as different from us as them. They may belong to a different country or speak a different language. In this poem, however, the poet reminds us of the many ways in which we are all the same, for we are all human. So the main theme of this poem is to tell us that though we belong to different countries, though we may speak different languages, though we are residing in different regions, though we follow different religions, but finally we are all one and we all belong to the human being category. That is what they mean to say here. And they're saying that some people are strange. The one whom we do not know, usually we call them as strangers. Am I right? The one whom we do not know and whom we haven't met before, of course we call them strange. And they say that countries are foreign. Foreign countries, the word we use it. Foreign, what does it mean, children? Foreign is nothing but the one who resides in another place, or the one who is unfamiliar to us. The one who resides in the place which is unfamiliar to us is foreign. So here we say that people are strange. People are not known to us. They are unknown people. And even the country which we are not known to them, at the same time even they do not know about us, that particular country we are calling it as what? Foreign. That is nothing but unfamiliar. We do not know the country as well. And as we are discriminating ourselves as like us, and we are addressing the people from different countries as they, so us and they, and we are calling them as what? Foreigners. So why are we addressing in different things like I, you, we, they? Why all these discriminations? Why can't we have only two as we and they are same? That's what they mean. Because finally all of us, we belong to the same human being category. Because we are all being served by the nature the same of the human being category. Whatever they have, we have, and whatever we have, they have the same. That is what the whole theme of this poem. So quickly let's go ahead with the poem. So first stanza. Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. So starting itself, the poem says that no men are strange. So nobody is unknown to us. Nobody is unknown to us. It does mean that it's not that you will need to daily talk to somebody, you will need to be in touch with somebody to know them. It doesn't mean that knowing. Here they mean to say that even he is also a human being like you, how you are a human being. Similarly, the country, the place in which they are residing and the place which you are residing, both are of the earth only. So then why is the difference? So no person is strange and no country is foreign. So Jim Kirkup, he's trying to tell us that the whole of the place, all the wherever you see the surface of the earth, it is earth only. Though it is of a particular country or another country, but it is of the same. Similarly, the people residing in different places also are of human being. Yes, so they are not different. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Please underline, children, beneath all uniforms. Beneath in the sense under something. So beneath all uniforms, like all of us, we wear different dresses, isn't it? Our attire is different, depending upon our own regions and the countries where we reside in. We wear our own comfortable dresses and convenient dresses. Am I right, children? Even according to the seasons as well. So here the uniform, the word, it refers to not only the dresses but also the uniform of the soldiers. So where do you find the soldiers? In an army. Am I right? It's a military, right? So here they are describing about military. Each one of the countries like military, the army, it has its own uniform. So under the uniform, as you are wearing the dress upon your body, to cover our body we are wearing the dress, right, children? So though the soldiers belonging to different countries, they are wearing different colors of uniforms, but beneath the uniform, under the uniform, the single body, the human body is same of everybody. The same body breathes of everyone's the same way how all breathe. Am I right, children? Are you all understanding here? They mean though the people dress themselves up in different ways, though the soldiers of different militaries of different countries, they wear their own uniforms differently, but the body under the uniform is the same of everybody, and everyone has to breathe in. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon, to earth like this, in which we all shall lie. So this is a beautiful philosophy, children, where they are saying that all are of one kind. Everybody, all is one. This is what they mean to say. So they say that the people are not strange because they may wear different dresses, but the body under the dress is same of everybody, though they belong to any place. And when it comes to the land, I belong to India, you belong to America, he belongs to Canada, somebody else belongs to South Africa. We are naming different places, but when it comes to the land, when we call it as a land is a word, it's earth only. Then finally one has to rest in peace only in the land. That's what it means to say, we all shall lie. We all shall lie. What does it mean? Finally we all rest in peace by lying in the that is in the earth, because we are all buried. Because every poem of English, as I said, it's biblical philosophy is followed, and even James Kirkup also is an English poet, and he believes in biblical philosophy and where the people are buried according to their own tradition, right, children? So here they say that you call it as your land, my land, that land, and by naming them with different names, but finally the man's final destination is to rest in peace, and therein it is nothing but again a land. I believe all of you are very clear with this stanza 1. Done. Then see, children, in stanza 1, if you observe, first, second, third lines of these particular stanza, there is no punctuation you see anywhere. So whenever you don't see the punctuation after each one of the lines of any of the stanzas of poem, this is called enjambment. It's one of the poetic devices, that is enjambment. E-N-J-A-M-M-E-N-T. J-A-B-M-E-N-T. Enjambment. So enjambment is nothing but, like when you see the running lines where there is no punctuation mark. So you see, remember, no men are strange. Remember, after that you have a punctuation mark. So first line has punctuation, so we don't take it as enjambment here. But whereas when it comes to the second line, you please check it. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes like us. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this in which we all shall die. So enjambment here in stanza 1, lines 2, 3 and 4, as there is no punctuation at the end of each one of the lines. So this is one of the poetic devices. If at all they ask you tomorrow that what is a poetic device used in the first stanza, you can very much say that yes, it is enjambment. Then let's go ahead with the second stanza. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvests, by wars, long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. So please check this, children. They too. So who are they referring to here? They are the people of other countries, because it's in the beginning itself they said I, you, we, they, us and them. They just have already addressed here, right? So here in the second stanza, they means what? The people belonging to the other countries. So one must know that the people of other countries also are aware of sun, air and water. So whatever the natural resources we are being gifted by the nature, that is nothing but sun, air and water, don't you think the people like so-called foreigners are enjoying the same thing? Of course, yes. Even there you will see air, even there you will see the sun, and also you will see the water. And why are these differences when when the nature is treating everybody equally, then why are we causing the differences among ourselves? And are fed by peaceful harvests, by wars long winter starved. So however, we are fed ourselves happily by cultivating the lands and having the food. And whenever there are wars in any of the places, whenever there is a war, there will be shortage of food and people will starve. Starving is nothing but people will have no food to eat. Then if it is in the case of any of the places, any of the countries, any of the lands, the people, when they have the wars in their particular places, they will not have food. Of course they will not have food. So it is the same everywhere. So when it comes to the gifting, sun, air and water is present everywhere. And wherever there is a war, of course the same situation, people starve for the food. Then the problem is same, even the gifting is also same. Then why are these differences? Their hands are our hands, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. So here they mean to say that whenever somebody has to work hard, we use our feet and hands to do the work. Am I right, children? For example, let us take agriculture. To cultivate the land, of course one must really do a lot of hard work. So however I cultivate my land and however somebody else who resides in another country cultivates is same. Ultimately the production what we get it as a productive outcome is same. Maybe it is maize from my side, maybe it is wheat from somebody else's side, maybe it is rice from somebody else, but the outcome is same, the hard work is same. The body part which is used is also same. So I'm using my hands and they are using their own hands and somebody else is using their own hands. So hands are same, labor, the physical effort is same. So when somebody's physical effort is same and the usage of the body parts is also same, then why is the discrimination? So in the second stanza, like very beautifully they're questioning that when nature has gifted us sun, air and water, treating everybody equally, the whole of the world is treated equally and they are gifted with what? Sun, air and water. And why are we discriminating? Similarly, when there is a war, when there is a problem, you will have problem, even I will have problem. When there is a war, you will have problem with no food and even I will have no food and I will starve for the food, even you will starve for the food. And why is the discrimination? And finally they say that every one of us need to put our hard effort to live in happily. And to do the hard work, of course, we need to use the hands and feet, right? So the same way, even other country people also use the same hands and feet for the productive outcome as to push themselves in the hard work. Then why is the discrimination? So finally, he means to say that why the people are so foolishly try to discriminate the people among themselves based on their region, the country, their religion, their caste, their race. So all these things, like external things which are of course and absolutely useless things which people think a lot about it. When people stop thinking about all these external things and they only think that we are all the sons and daughters of the nature, then do you think, children, that there will be any quarrel or a dispute or a fight, then any war? Of course not, because everybody treats others as their own siblings, as their own brothers and sisters, and everywhere you will see only the peace and serenity among. So where is the question of having a war or a quarrel or a dispute or difference? So this is all about first two stanzas, children, and maybe we shall continue and also conclude in the next session. So before we just conclude first module, let us have a quick recap of first two stanzas. As I have already started saying about the poetic device. One poetic device is enjambment, as I have already told you about. That is nothing but having no punctuation mark after each one of the lines in a stanza. Then another poetic device uses the alliteration. Alliteration is repetition of sounds. So if you see in the first one, B is used, the sound of B. Then in stanza 2, we have seen W because it's a war and winter is used. And in the first one, beneath and body is used. So sounds are repeated. So repetition of like sound words is nothing but alliteration. So in first and second stanzas, we have come across two poetic devices. One is alliteration, another one is enjambment. And whole like the starting itself, he says that men are not strange. Men is nothing but like humankind. Is not strange, and simply we are calling them unknown. And even the countries are not foreign. Foreign is unfamiliar. Countries are not foreign because countries, the land, belong to the earth, and men, so-called men, they belong to what? Humankind. Am I right, children? So that is what he says, and he would conclude very beautifully, so that you can definitely enjoy in the next session. I believe all of you have understood. So the whole sense, simple theme is nothing but everybody is equal and no discriminations. All are equal and everybody is one. Each one of us is one, and all of us come under what? Humankind. We are all human beings. Then why ultimately, unnecessarily, why do we have all these differences and discriminations which would provoke slowly for the quarrel, then dispute, then the fight, then finally the war. That's how the wars. Am I right, children? So I think all of you got it. So please do attempt all the questions in the worksheet what I give you. So let's meet in the next session to conclude this poem. This is Vijaya signing off. Bye bye.